Hi, and welcome back to Dr. Karen's Math Hacks. Today we're going to talk about ratios. We use ratios when we're scaling something up or down. Most of the time we're taught to just cross multiply, but that's a lot more work than we usually have to do to actually solve it. Let's take a look at how we can solve it more easily. 40 seconds. All right, let's start with an example. We've got a building, and we want to know how tall it is. It's got a shadow of 20 feet. All right. Further down the street, there's a street sign. The street sign is 8 feet tall and has a shadow of 4 feet. All right, these shadows are cast by the same source, the sun, which means we have a triangle here and a triangle here. And these are called mathematically similar. They're the exact same triangle, but the sides are different sizes. They're the same thing, just shrunk up or down. Now, because of this, we can find the height of the building from these other numbers. Okay? So we're working with two quantities here, height and shadow. So let's set up a ratio with them, height and shadow. Okay? The height is 8, shadow is 4. These are the ones we know. Height we don't know, shadow is 20. All right, now we could do cross multiplying, 8 times 20 divided by 4, but that's more work than I want to do. Okay? So what I do instead is I look for relationships. I know that 4 times 5 is 20. What that's telling me is that this shadow will fit into this shadow 5 times. Okay? But for it to cast a shadow 5 times as long, this has to be 5 times as tall. Okay? So 8 times 5 is 40. So we've got a building 40 feet tall. All right, there's some other ones we can do too. Lots of relationships in this one. All right? We can also go up and down. So to get from 40 to 8, we're multiplying by 2. That's saying that the sign is twice as long as the shadow is. And if that's true here, it's got to be true here. So the building is twice as high as the shadow is long. All right? Now let's go one more step. Let's say that we can't see those relationships. Let's say that we just don't know, okay? We can also simplify. All right, we have to work with this number, the 4, because the shadow of the signpost is related both to the post here and to the shadow. All right, so let's divide both of these by 2. All right, we're going to divide them by 2. That gives us 2 here and 4 here. What we're doing is we're taking this and we're shrinking it to half size. Okay? The relationship is still the same, so the relationship here will still be the same. Okay? So now 2 times 10 is 20. And 4 times 10 is 40. All right? Let's look at one more simplification that we could do. Okay. All right, let's say we just sit there and think about the problem for a while and the sun moves. And when the sun is further overhead, we have a triangle that looks like this. All right? I'm going to divide by 4. Okay, the two triangles are both being reduced. So now this is a 1 and this is a 5. So now we have 8 times 5 is 40. But you notice we always get the same answer no matter what we're doing here. The one thing you cannot do is divide this way. Because what you're doing there is you're saying that you're cutting the signpost down and that's making the shadow shorter. And that doesn't make any sense at all. If you found this video useful, please consider liking, sharing, or subscribing. In addition, if you want this information in a way that you can have for your very own, check out my book on Amazon. See the link below.